inches, number 44, Nicola Heritage. At the shooting guard position, 6 feet 4 inches, number 3, Dwayne Wade. At the other guard position, 6 feet 1 inches, number 9, Rajon Rondo. In the middle, 7 feet, number 8, Robert Lopez. Starting at the other forward position, 6 feet 7 inches, number 21, Jimmy Butler. Ladies and gentlemen, your Chicago Bulls.
Chicago, Illinois, home of the Bulls in a fine Eastern Conference battle at the United Center. Hi, everyone. We're happy to have you with us for this edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, and here with me tonight, Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. All right, let's set the floor. Courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. And New York, looking at who they've got. We've got Anthony. Porzingis is out there at Dome. Then it's Lee, and it's Rose in at the guard position. Both free throws good from Anthony. Carmelo Anthony, the third pick overall in the 2003 NBA draft, was in some pretty good company at the top of that one, as I recall.
I mean, you had LeBron going 1, and of course, Darko Milicic was number 2 on that list. But how about D-Wade at 4? A little bit of a surprise, Chris Bosh. And all those guys, with the exception of Melo, have ring.
Here's Lee after the made shot from Dwayne Wade. Outside Anthony. Noah the screen. Now the pass to Porzingis. Hits it from three-point range. Porzingis has got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. New York on D. It's a three-point game. Wade kicks to Rondo. Dishes it to Butler. From deep. Rondo's shot is off. And the Knicks with possession here. Let's send it out to Doris Burke, who caught up with head coach Kurt Rambis.
I asked him which player he was most worried about, and his answer was immediate: Rajon Rondo. He said Rondo's ability to take control of games with his defense and his playmaking make it tough to mitigate what he can do on the floor. We'll see if he has something up his sleeve, guys.
Great. Thanks for the report, Doris. Bulls shooting their first free throws of this one.
And typically, a strength of theirs, 79% on the season.
Really, guys, it's just come together for them at the charity stripe this season. I mean, the confidence is there, and so too are the results.
Now here's Rose. Here's Anthony. Anthony missing again.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
Can't cash in from close range.
Nice effort anyway to change his shot and get around the defender. Maybe next time.
The try by Lee, stolen by Wade. And here we go. Wade heading to the hoop. And slam dunk by Butler.
That was a smart pass by Wade that time.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball.
I tell you what, he has quite the act to follow, but Fred Hoiberg was a quick choice for the brass in Chicago. Signed that 5-year deal over the summer, was easily one of the most in-demand coaches available.
Now here's Rose, and a wide open look for Lee. New York, no good that time either.
That's another miss. Already they've missed 3 out of 4 to start.
And then Wade slams it in.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
Well, Greg, for Hoiberg, it's his first job as an NBA head coach. Now, we know he played. He's been a part of an NBA front office. Clark came from Iowa State, where he known for his coaching skills and is highly respected.
Yeah, very much respected, particularly as an offensive coach. And we know the Bulls are pretty solid defensively, and he'll be looking to ramp up that offensive approach for that team, and I think he will.
About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Down low. It's hauled in by Porzingis.
That's the kind of D you need when he's got the ball near the hoop. They were all over.
Rose, no good.
And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of... Oh, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger clock right now.
Yeah, exactly. It's with them.
And guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
And that last replay courtesy of Kia. And we're just over 3.5 minutes into the first quarter. Butler against Anthony. Another shot. And another shot. And the layup by Lee.
He was the first one to react to that miss. Excellent anticipation on his part. A hustle play on the putback by him.
Outside Rondo. Feeds to Lopez.
Oh, I bet.
Rondo kicks to Lopez. Just 5 on the clock. Back to Rondo. Terrific assist. A nice finish. Solid play all around.
Boy, for the Knicks last season, saying it was rough is an understatement. There was a lot of turbulence, and some of it was due to their defense. They just had a difficult time stringing together stops and cutting down opponent scoring chances.
And the Knicks decide to take their first time out here. Well, for the Knicks last season, Greg, the defense a problem for them, specifically how they defended against perimeter shots, and in particular the three.
38%, Kevin, of the threes against them went in. That was by far the worst in the league, and it's a big reason why they would end the year with the worst margin of victory in the NBA. How about minus 9.3?
The one-hand slam is so sweet when it's his hand doing the slam.
Oh, yeah, he is so smooth, even on a power finish like that.
And really, that's what makes him unique, that combination of power and polish.
Valentine. Nice hit again. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up and 2 shots coming up.
And you know what? You allow a guy to get right to the rim like that, that's your only option.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, free throws are always better than a layup, so I'd agree with you there, Greg.
For a franchise that had so much success under his tenure, there was sure a lot of friction with Tom Thibodeau, and the Bulls front office surprised a lot of people, I know, including yourself.
Yeah, you know, it's not something that you see often, a winning coach at odds with his GM and president. With how often the differences came up, though, you knew something was afoot.
And here comes Thomas, leading the fast break. That's good.
That is such good work to make this a one-possession game. Terrific steal to get it all started.
And it's one thing to get the steal, but to so alertly turn it into a transition opportunity, even better. And with Thibs, he did end up getting fired from the Bulls this past season. Some saw it coming, but still, I think surprising given the level of success he had. His imprint is all over this Bulls team and the way they approach the game.
Yeah.
Pass to Rondo.
What's your number? 443 934 maybe 357.
And the defense really pressing up on him. Made that a tough shot. Tie game and some big points being put up on the board. Clark as we wrap up the first. From the United Center in Chicago. Back in a moment. And And before the game, Carmelo Anthony talked about how he prepares himself mentally to carry this team.
It's easy. It's basketball. It's out there having fun. It's out there working together. You know, the biggest thing is the defensive end. As long as we keep that up, we're going to score enough points to, you know, possibly win basketball games. So I'm definitely not concerned from that aspect of it.
You don't hear too many players, Greg, saying it's easy and they're not too concerned.
Yeah, or talking about possibly winning basketball games. But I have a feeling he's more concerned than he talks about it, and when he says it's easy. It may be for him, but it sure didn't look easy for the Knicks last season.
Neither team able to build much of a lead up to this point as we start the second quarter. And taking a look at Chicago's performance here, guys, what have they been doing or not doing?
It's been about the pace. You can see they're going to try to keep this game in the open floor.
Yeah, and you know, it's been a tempo that they like, and they're getting some easy buckets in transition here.
Butler and McDermott filling out the perimeter. Mirotic out there with Taj Gibson. And it's Wade in at the one. That's the Bulls 5 as we get into the second quarter. It's going to be 2 free throws. Drew contact on the shot. And last year, not exactly up to Noah's lofty standards. He's way down in field goal percentage and free throw percentages compared to the season before, but he did not play completely healthy all of last year either.
A little dinged up, missed 13 games more than he had the season prior, and also the minutes dropped as well, and you could just see him laboring at times on the floor, clearly affected by those injuries.
Bulls making a switch here.
Another one.
Lopez is checked in.
You know, he'll make you scratch your head and throw your hands up as a defender. I mean, you just don't know how to play.
I'm on you, Rose.
There's a screen. Rose attacking. Terrific design on the pit foot, and he lays it in.
And, you know, going back to Noah last season, I think the additions to the Bulls front court had an effect on him. I mean, they added Gasol and Mirotic, 2 major talents up front. I think that gave Noah less opportunities than he had the year before, and it was an adjustment for him.
That's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Are you stopping?
Here's Lopez. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And it's a 7-point Bulls lead.
And guys, talking about Joakim Noah, he was still the spirit of that team last season. Amongst all the great talents the Bulls had, Noah was that energizer and catalyst for the team. A true warrior, even in an off year.
It seems that every pass they make is leading to a score here. I mean, that's just exquisite ball movement.
And that's because the ball is looking for the best shot, and it's really paid off during the run.
And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for the Bulls.
It looks like they're ready to run, fellas. I mean, they haven't hesitated at all to get out on the break so far.
And also, they're jumping on a lot of turnovers, making sure they turn them into points at the other end.
Justin Holiday's checked in for New York. Knicks trail by 10. To the inside. Here's Rose. Down it goes. His third basket. He's now 3 for 4. Here's Chicago. They're on a 12-4 run right now. Inside. Here's Lopez. Now here is Mirotic. Bulls moving the ball around. Here's Wade. Up and in from the low block. Wade's got 8.
That is some real serious dime dropping there. Exquisite assist.
New York calls timeout. Well, one thing that you can always say about Dwayne Wade is that he is at his best when the game is on the line. He truly lives for the big moments.
He does, and Wade has been in so many of those big moments over the course of his career. 5 trips to the NBA Finals, and he really does thrive under pressure.
Rose kicks it to Noah. Passes to Porzingis. And that one's good.
And for Wade, when it comes to being clutch, a lot of it is experience. I mean, it's not just during the playoffs. He knows when to step up in the fourth quarter during the regular season. Very productive in the fourth quarter from a scoring standpoint.
And let's get this update now from Doris Burke, who's across the way on the sideline.
Hey, guys, well, Kurt Rambis had some advice for the team in that last break. He preached patient offense and encouraged his guys to use the shot clock. He wants his guys to be deliberate. Guys, they're clearly hoping those changes have an effect even before this game makes it to halftime. Kevin?
Thanks, Doris.
Wade averaged 7 points in the fourth quarter of last season. That was third most in the NBA. A big part of it is how he can create his own shot. When the game is on the line, you want him on the floor with the ball in hand.
Well, they've done a great job of getting into the middle of that defense and scoring in the paint.
And that's why they're on this run. You get that close to the hoop, and it's a lot easier to make shots.
And finished off by Noah.
Now that's no run-of-the-mill putback there.
Well, the rebound and then the dunk, one on top of the other.
Yeah, that's what we call a potent 1-2 punch.
And the first time out of the game called for Chicago.
And you look at Joakim Noah, I mean, one of those hybrid talents. As a center, he gives you the rebound and the shot blocking you want. But then he also has tremendous passing skills and instincts and the energy of a mountain lion.
The Knicks making a switch here. Kyle O'Quinn, he's checked in for Noah. Lance Thomas comes in for Porzingis. Carmelo Anthony's checked in for Lee. And it's Jennings in for Derrick Rose. Gibson for 3. The shot misses. And New York will come the other way. And going back to Joakim Noah, he really is a hybrid. He holds American, Swedish, and French citizenships. He's truly a man of the world, and he's worldly on the floor. He can guard and play a lot of different positions.
And Kevin, he looks like a man of the world. He has a unique style unto himself, but I'll take the versatility and the hustle he brings on my team any day. If he's healthy, he's a factor.
O'Quinn can't hit.
You can see how much the defense respects him. I mean, they were all over him on that look.
McDermott drains it from beyond the arc. McDermott's got 6.
And the lead should be safe if they can keep shooting the basketball like this.
Yeah, they're cracking. Absolutely cracking and looking to pad that lead.
And how about that, responding to the three-pointer against them with a quick one of their own.
Terrific little tay-to-tay going on right now. Back and forth. Here we go.
Anthony kicks to Thomas. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. He has 5.
There is no way a player like him can be left wide open like that. Did you pay attention to the scouting report?
And they've got to talk to each other on D there. Miscommunication, and now he's able to make a pay.
Up top, Jennings. He's covered by Rondo.
And if the shot's not there, you've got to understand that. Move the basketball.
Yeah, exactly. And I'm not quite sure what his mindset or what he was thinking there. I mean, that was just a terrible shot.
Anthony against Rondo. All alone. O'Quinn can't hit.
When he's wide open like that, he'll rarely miss those.
And finished off by McDermott.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And so we conclude the first half. Bulls lead by 10. And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
So, Carmelo, after this first half of play, what do you believe the team needs to focus on from here on out?
Well, just communication and trusting one another. When somebody get beat, the next guy got his back, and we're just trying to get up and down, get going some way, somehow. For the most part, we did pretty good. A couple of adjustments on the defensive end. Make some shots, and we'll be fine.
Melo, thanks for the time. Guys, over to you.
Thank you, Doris. And folks, don't go away after the break. We'll see you right back here for the start of the second half in the third quarter.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Well, 2 quarters down, 2 to go. Welcome back. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kenny the Jet Smith as we start breaking it down for you. It was a closely contested first quarter for Chicago. Their biggest lead during the opening period was 5. In the second quarter, they imposed their will on the game and built a 10-point lead at the half. And if things continue to go the same way after the break, they're threatening to run away with this one. And Shaq, what did you see out there from the Bulls?
Well, in terms of running a smooth, efficient offense, they've been as good as it gets. The looks they've created have been high percentage. The ball is moving, guys are rotating. That's what got them those good looks, Ernie. And this is the reason they got that nice lead.
And Kenny, your take on New York?
Well, they're facing a very hot team in the first half. I mean, guys are shooting the ball lights out. But you have to do more to get stops. I mean, tough defense is the key. And if you put pressure on the ball and more bodying up down low, that's going to establish more aggressive tone that might shut them down in the second half.
And now, folks, it's just about time for the third quarter to begin. We will see you after the final buzzer.
The second half just about to get going here. We are seeing a tremendous game from Jimmy Butler.
It's as if he can get to the rim any time he wants. And in that first half, he wanted to quite a bit.
And that's where his points were coming from. I mean, the defense has to do a much better job of challenging him at the rim.
On the court for the Knicks, you got Rose. Porzingis is out there with Anthony. Then there's Noah. And it's Lee in at the two spot. And the foul on Dwayne Wade. That's foul number 2 for him. Anthony drawing the double team. That's tipped. Here's Porzingis. Second chance shot, and it's sent back by Lopez. Fast break, here comes Chicago. And Wade slams it in.
Wow, that's a really smooth finish.
That's why we and they always love seeing him at the end of those breaks. He makes it look fun and easy.
44 to 32.
You look at the numbers for Robin Lopez, Clark, they won't blow you away, but his impact is a lot bigger.
Exactly, Kevin. I mean, he's unselfish as a player, does all the little things. He's not focused on his numbers or shot attempts, and that's a welcome deal for coaches and teammates. He just wants to help his crew win. If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
Finally, they get one to drop. That's one of their first 4 here in the third.
Mirotic passes to Wade. And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2.
And Dwayne Wade, as we know, one of the best in the business at blocking shots from that off-guard position. Hard to think of a guard who has had as many swats as Dwayne Wade in the past couple decades. One of the best ever.
Greg, you're talking about Wade on the blocks. Last season, he climbed up to 6th all-time in blocks caught by an NBA guard.
Amazing. Actually has the most blocks of any player who is his height or shorter in NBA history. Even with his explosiveness waning, his timing and savvy allow him to still be effective blocking shots.
Noah with a screen on run. Rose. Rebound by the Bulls. Mirotic has got 4 rebounds in this game. Pulls up on the wing. Here's Lopez. Rondo wide open. Gets the three-pointer to fall. Rondo's got 5.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Here's Anthony, and he uses the glass on the way.
The defense has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And I'd be interested to know just how many of these attempts have come from inside of 5 feet.
Lopez dishes to Wade. Butler kicks to Wade. Knocked away. Lee with the steal. And here's the fast break. Rose leading the way. Good on the shot. He's got 10.
You know, if you're only looking at the way he's played offensively, you'd think his team would have the lead. And guys, Courtney Lee now having completed 7 full seasons, very much the same guy now as he was entering the league. A 3-and-D prototype who will most likely never be a plus playmaker.
The Knicks making a switch here. Vujicic is checked in.
The shooting numbers just aren't there yet in the quarter.
And the wide open shot from Rose. It's good on the putback. Porzingis has got it back down to within single digits for the Knicks.
That is a booming putback. Step aside, fellas.
They wanted nothing to do with him there.
At least not with the ball in his hands and the rim in his sight.
Talking about Courtney Lee, you know the ball handling and court vision are suspect, but you don't care because he's provided solid defense on the wing, Clark, and he's hit over 40% of his threes last year.
And he's also one of the best free throw shooting two guards in the league, Kevin. And last year he and Conley were out of sight at the end of the game. Wonderful combo. Two great free throw shooting guards.
Taj Gibson's checked in for Chicago.
Oh, he's just dangling from the rim after sending it through there.
You can see which team now has the swagger, Clark, right now.
Yeah, that's exactly. It's with them.
And, guys, that swagger can backfire because you don't want to get your opponent a little too riled up.
A chance here to get a quick injury report.
Guys, I had a moment to catch up with the Knicks head athletic trainer. He said the discomfort is coming from what looks like a bruised tailbone.
Thank you, Doris. Boy, you always hate to see anyone ever deal with any sort of injury.
And almost for every player, it's inevitable. I mean, injuries are going to happen no matter how well you take care of yourself.
And let's just hope the rehab process doesn't drag on any longer than it has to.
Lets it go from deep. Near the three-point line, it's Wade. Cans the shot from the wing. Wade's got 14 points.
He shot the ball exceptionally well as they've built this lead for themselves here.
Rose gets it to Noah. Yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they really own the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
McDermott's checked in for Lopez. And then for New York, Kyle O'Quinn comes in for Joakim Noah. And it's Jennings in for Derrick Rose. Knicks on offense. They're on a 13-4 run right now. Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
And the basket by Wade. There's a minute 34 left in the third. Jennings passes to Anthony, to the paint. Vujicic's shot is off.
And that's the way you want to defend. Nice job, though.
Always important to have that good interior defense. You know, one aspect of their play today that's really been tight and far superior is their passing.
And that kind of flow can be elusive, but the great offenses have it, and that's just what they've shown here tonight.
Now that's finishing your work right there.
Powerful two-hand jam, you're right.
And I tell you what, he's got a few more of those in him. This lead will start shrinking even further.
It's Jennings with the drive, and there are the Knicks with another bucket. 51 seconds left to play in the third. McDermott, no one around him, drops in the train. McDermott's got 5 points in the quarter.
How about that move? Is this guy special or what? Just love watching him operate inside.
Out to the right wing. Here's Porzingis. That one falls coming off Anthony's feet. Anthony's got 3 assists in the game. Bulls moving the ball around. From deep. McDermott can't get it to go.
And sometimes we all just want to show people that we have the range.
Yes, I'm speaking from experience. And we already know how good his range is. So he shouldn't be firing from that deep.
Gibson with the steal. And now the fast break. Gibson with the ball. Nice shot by Rondo. Rondo's got 7 points in the game.
Not fazed at all by having a bigger defender on him down low, and I really thought he would be.
You know, at first glance, you wouldn't think that he'd be comfortable in that particular situation, but boy, I tell you what, he didn't look like he was out of his element at all right there.
And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? It's Chicago. They're up by 9. And do not go away as we'll be back in just a few moments with the start of our fourth quarter coming up next. Hello and thanks for joining us, folks. The fourth quarter of play should begin momentarily. Knicks trail by 9, and small forward and power forward, it's McDermott and Gibson. Jimmy Butler is out there with Dwayne Wade. So that's the 5 in the game for Chicago. And stolen by Jennings. That'll go on McDermott. That is his first foul of the game. Double team on Thomas. To the middle. And out of bounds as Chicago gains possession.
What, that's just a major unforced error right there, guys. My goodness.
The Bulls making a switch here. Lopez is checked in. Here's Butler. And it goes out of bounds. That one off Butler.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Bro, this sucks.
Thomas, it's a wide open look. They grab their own miss.
Look at the big fella working on that possession. He knows how to fend guys off and get those rebounds.
The feed to McDermott. Puts up a 3. Good D by Lee.
He certainly didn't take advantage of the poor defense, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
I tell you what, I think he'd be happy if he can continue to get looks like that.
Noah, yes, and it's Rose with the assist that time. And that's now 6 points for Joakim Noah. Butler on the wing. Wide open look. And good. Got the friendly bounce off the right side of the rim. And the Bulls lead by 9. The Knicks have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Jennings drives in, and it's sent back by Lopez. Here's the break. Here's Butler. Lopez, no luck.
Well, one of his issues is he's a player that just does not excel at fighting through contact on his way to the rim. A splendid pass that time by Rose.
Stop calling to me.
Hey guys, Brandon Jennings last season looked like he was finally becoming more.
You can't guard us on the perimeter. Spread the floor.
Goal percentage from 3 and the free throw line. And then suddenly the Achilles ended his season with 41 games played. Really unfortunate.
Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
I was able to listen in on what Chicago's coach was going over with his team. He wants to make sure they stay assertive and aggressive on the offensive end, saying, I don't want to sit on this lead. Let's build on it and not give them a chance of coming back.
Back to Jennings last season really did start out as one of his best, not just the improvement mark and accuracy. His turnovers per game were at a career low.
Yeah, that's what we have to watch out for with Jennings. I mean, he's still only 26 years old, Kevin. Now, plenty of time to continue to refine and hone his game. I think his best basketball's in front of him.
Nicole Meritic, drafted as a late first-rounder, Clark, back in 2011. The Spanish star finally made his rookie debut in the NBA last season, and it was worth the wait.
It sure was, Kevin. I mean, once he started to get consistent PT, I mean, he was remarkable. Can run like the wind for a big guy, not that strong, but more aggressive than you'd think.
And the basket by Rose.
And you can see the defense broke down there, allowing him to get all the way to the hoop.
The Bulls leading by 8. Outside Rondo.
Yes.
Over to the wing. Kicks it to Butler. Got it. Number 7 on the night. 7 for 11 from the floor.
And back to Meritic's last season, per 36 minutes, he averaged 18 points, 9 rebounds. He was also a tremendous foul shooter for a rookie big, and made the all-rookie first team, was second in Rookie of the Year voting. I mean, what more could you ask for?
They get it back.
The bucket just not well protected, but still he doesn't convert too often. That's been the story with him.
So far in the game for Anthony, 9 points, and he's made some good decisions with the basketball, too.
And being smart with the ball like he's been today, Clark, I think it's critical for him and them. He should repeat that every game.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Sasha Vujacic.
And, you know, for Mirotic, his value extends to the defensive end as well. He did a surprisingly good job of racking up blocks and steals last season. You have to believe that if he improves his power and consistency, an all-star nod isn't so far off.
Rondo, a master at setting up teammates.
Knicks trail by 9. Rose attacking. Porzingis passes to Carmelo. Sinks the three-pointer.
Without the passing, they are moving the ball without any thought, without any individual agenda.
Yeah, and it's really fun to see that kind of unselfishness. Really hard not to appreciate all the assists they've racked up.
Scooped up. And Lopez gets it to go.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass, and that's one of the things he brings to the table.
It's deflected. And it's out of bounds to the Knicks as New York retains possession.
Oh, nice play there to get a hand on that pass and tip it out of bounds.
Just a whisker away from coming up with the steal there.
Rose dishes to Lee. New York moving the ball around. Nice shot by Porzingis.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Chicago leading by 6. Here's Rondo. Lays it up, and despite of the excellent defense at that.
Wow, has he flipped the switch at halftime. Much more effective here in the second half. You know, obviously, there's some things out there he does not like and wants to talk it over.
Well, Greg, you've played, and you envision yourself as a coach as well. So, you know, sometimes you need to make some adjustments.
And stolen by Mirotic. Jumps up. Rips down the breakaway slam.
And a great job of taking advantage of the steal there to get those easy ones in transition.
You know, that's exactly how you draw it up, Greg, on the board. I mean, good defensive work, aggressive play in the open court. Those two things are hand in glove when they work together.
.44 left in the fourth quarter. A look from Rose. And it's Chicago with the rebound. The biggest lead of the game, 15 points. And slam dunk by Butler.
He has really shot the ball extremely well, as you'd expect. Like we say, he's been making sweet string music all day long.
Pass to Lee. And there's the pass to Porzingis. And the Knicks miss again. Chicago leading by 12. Pushing it up. Here's Butler. And he misses the fast break layup.
I mean, that can happen to anyone, but it's ugly every time it does.
Yeah, it is unfortunate and embarrassing. He just lost his concentration for a split second, and that's all it took.
And so only one team answered the bell tonight, guys. Not a monster blowout by any means, but still a double-digit victory for Chicago.
Great, generous ball movement tonight. A thing of beauty.
Yeah, a remarkable team effort, Kevin. Everybody got involved, and that paid dividends.
A good win, and a lot went into it, but I just like the showing for Butler. And the way he was able to dice up their D with his passing really made things easy for everyone else on his team.
Here's Rose. No good. Now Chicago takes it the other way. Lopez kicks to Mirotic. Now the dish to Butler. From deep three-point range. But they'll get another chance. Back to Wade. Goes up again. Here's Rondo. That falls. Nice speed that time from Dwayne Wade.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys. Defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
Outside Rose. And it's Rajon Rondo with the foul.
Baby.
And so Chicago takes this one, and by a big margin. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
Well, you know, it makes a big difference. I mean, you never felt like they had any doubts that they'd come out on top.
And time now to go courtside as we send you over to Doris Burke from the sideline. Doris?
Dwayne, you had a huge impact on the boards tonight. Was that something you tried to do?
Yeah, Coach told me to rebound. I've been trying to rebound lately, so I'm trying to get out there and help my big guys out.
You did exactly that, Dwayne. Thank you. Kevin, over to you.
Doris, thank you as always. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. This is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Have a great evening.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Thank you, Kevin. And now let's move on to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, Dwayne Wade. He put up a new season high tonight. And if he keeps shooting like he did tonight before the season's over, he might top it. A big key to his team's victory here.
Just a sensational performance on a lot of levels. There ain't too many levels to talk about. Man, in some game, he's in the background. He doesn't get the chance to be the star of the show. But not tonight. He's the star tonight. Put him on the Hollywood Walk of Fame.
Well, Dwayne Wade was at his best tonight, fellas. He's a ferocious competitor when he gets in the zone like that. That intensity on defense, those explosive moves to the rim, Dwayne Wade had it going on tonight.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderful evening.